Hello, team, and welcome to week number 5. This week is about what happens when motivation drops or life gets busy. We need to understand that setbacks aren't a failure, they're part of the process, and success comes from how you respond. I really want to emphasize on this week here, following, we've touched a lot on the science stuff, the macros, the calories, the sets, the reps, and so on. We've gone into that. But, we're kind of revisiting mindset here, but not just revisiting mindset. We've given you the basic foundation. This is really talking about dealing with challenges which are inevitable in the future. Understand that setbacks are totally normal. I want you to break the all or nothing cycle, and I want you to stay consistent even when motivation dips. Now, why are setbacks inevitable? Well, progress, first of all, is never a straight line. Everyone experiences interruptions. The difference is continuing despite them. Life is going to interrupt you. You are going to be stressed. Work is going to cause you stress. Work is going to cause you, to commit to time, etc. If you're retired, that doesn't mean that life gets any easier. So I'm led to believe. Don't want to sound like I'm almost there or something because I'm certainly not. I'm only 30. But progress is never linear. Please never forget that. I also want to revisit the all or nothing trap because it's easy to forget it by this stage of the challenging. So one off-plan decision doesn't undo progress. The continuum mindset is what keeps you moving forward. Remember that one slip doesn't equal failure. Perfection kills momentum, and consistency beats intensity. Understanding self-sabotage. Self-sabotage often comes from stress or unrealistic expectations, not a lack of discipline. Emotional triggers are usually negative self-talk, like I can't do this, I'm too busy, or something's happened, therefore I can't do this. Now, while that's fine, I get, some incidents happen and we simply can't. That doesn't mean we can't make a plan, to get back into it again. And comfort behaviours. Remember when we really touched on last week about recognizing a lot of the time that we have crisps and we have chocolate and so on, it's because we're planning to watch the TV at night. And, if you can't sit still, like I can't, have an ADHD, you need to have something which is keeping the brain occupied. And that is why you get dopamine from reaching out for simple carbohydrates or any kind of comfort food. But we have a choice to recognize that and take ownership and replace that with something else which is more healthy, which is going to give us that dopamine, which is going to prevent us from being bored. Okay? Reframing the slip. I want you to treat mistakes as data, learn from them, and choose the next best action. Data, not drama. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And what is the next best action? Always happening. Always happening. Okay, so momentum over motivation. Motivation is a total myth. Um, you don't need motivation to have a health and wellness routine. You've just got to have consistency, sustainability, and everyone's different. No, it's not motivation. We really need to get away from that. Action is what creates more motivation. Again, little wins are what breed more wins. Winning breeds winning. Cliche, but so true. So true. Small actions maintain momentum. All right, I want you to really keep the streak alive. Tools for hard days, which will happen. They will happen. A lot of you know that, right? I'm not trying to sound patronizing here, but on hard days, reduce the target, but never stop completely. Remember, a half an hour workout is better than no workout at all. That's good, half an hour. Personally, I do quite a bit more than that, but if that's all you have in the day, but your plan says you're to be here for an hour and you can only do half an hour, that's better than saying, oh, not got the time for it at all. You just maybe need to go on, a scaled down plan. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so think about what is the minimum viable effort? Is that having a short walk? Or is that just having a succinct workout? You decide. Protein and hydration anchors. Your task for this week. Dun, 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 going into the last week. Notice self-talk after slip-ups. We all have that inner voice. Sometimes I'm my own biggest critic, and I don't even realize I am my own biggest critic. But that's that I can't let that define me. I've got to keep going, got to keep going. And I find that when you just persist and persist and persist and persist, no matter how ugly it gets, no matter how disgusting it feels, it always, always, always gets better. Always. If you told me that 5, 6 years ago, probably wouldn't believe you. Now, I do believe it. I do believe it. And to this day, do you know what? I actually have more challenges to deal with now than I did back then. But I'm in a much stronger place. And I know that every challenge I overcome, whether that be to do with my fitness routine, trying to squeeze that in, whether that be something within my business, whether that be, something's happened within the family, I know in every situation like that, I'm learning something and I'm growing and I'm going to be so much stronger for it. I really can't repeat that. Um, please believe me on this. Okay, because awareness and response are the focus this week. I want you to use the continuum score daily again. All right, thinking about that negative self-talk, which will creep up. And I want you to choose the next best action. Is that going to be right? I'm limited for time today. Well, I have a shorter workout. Not saying that's okay for you to miss, an hour-long workout, but I just want you to recognize that and do something differently and choose the next best action. Okay. Remember, you only fail when you stop showing up. Progress is built through imperfection. Consistency compounds over time. Doesn't happen overnight, but it will happen. Stay in the game.